Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916 getting down with another Prison Talk. And I want to ask you guys if you knew what a prison commercial was. Yeah, a commercial to go and sign up for prison. Do you know what that is? Have you seen one of those commercials lately? Well, if you haven't, let me fill you in a little bit. Have you seen a music video where they're talking about killing someone, robbing someone, jacking someone, carrying an unregistered firearm? If you have, those are commercials for prison.
Right now at 10, a live feed of a rap video posted on social media ends with this.
Several people in the live feed were flashing firearms during that rap music video shoot, according to JSO. Police say 5 men were arrested on weapons charges. Investigators say officers were alerted about a live video feed on social media showing several people flashing handguns and rifles during a rap music video shoot. Posting the video on social media helps police.
These criminals who want to have their 15 minutes on social media, it may turn out to be they'll have 15 years.
And you can see in these pictures that these men or these teenagers actually have guns and they're pointing at the screen. In and of itself, that's not illegal, but it's because they are convicted felons. That's what.
To possess a firearm, to be a convicted felon, to be prohibited from possessing a firearm is illegal.
See, they don't tell you that any of the referenced acts will get you a dime, possibly 20. And if you do it with a group of guys, you could look at catching a conspiracy or a RICO. Yes, sir. You will be underneath the penitentiary. And you know by what law? You probably don't, because you don't study the law. You don't even know what the law is. Just what the attorney tells you. See, that's the setup. That's the hip hop duo. And I'm a big fan of hip hop. I love the way lyricists are able to flip words and take dope beats and rap over those beats. But music is one thing, but an advertisement to influence young people is another thing. See, prison can't advertise like McDonald's, Best Buy, or Macy's, or Jack in the Box. So they have to do it covertly. They have to do it under the guise of entertainment. And predominantly who does it impact? It impacts as young people. Because young people can't discern entertainment from reality. See, when you get in your 40s, 50s, you're not going to be wanting to emulate the things you see in a video because you have enough sense and hopefully you deep enough involved in your career to where you're not going to compromise yourself and risk jail time. But when you're a young person, I was there. You feel indestructible, invincible. You feel like, hey, man, doing a little time, it ain't nothing. I'll get out. You know, a couple years, I'll still be young. which is a very stupid way of looking at it, but nonetheless, that's what you do as a young person when your mind's not fully developed. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, if you had a disclaimer and you told these youngsters, hey man, at the end of the day, you don't want to walk around with an unregistered firearm, shoot somebody because you get beat up, rob somebody. You want to focus on maybe getting into engineering, taking a trade, starting your own business, and just listen to this music for fun. Maybe that would have an impact. But that's not what's being said at the end of these songs. That's not what's being pushed by the labels, because killing, robbing, stealing, going to prison sells. Yes, it sells in the numbers, big time. Just look at what you see today. You know how easy it is to have a member of law enforcement working for a record label as a bodyguard, chauffeur, executive, and how easy it is to have whoever it is, that talented homie who's backed by the big homie who's really in the business, how to get them caught up in a conspiracy case. You've seen it happen in New York, and that guy's right back on the street doing the same shit, promoting the same bullshit. I ain't got to say no names, you know. He's a walking advertisement for prison. Now, wouldn't you think that if you did all that, sent all these people away, typically doesn't a person go into the witness protection plan? They hide them out, change their name. Nah, not this guy. This guy is right back promoting the same nonsense that got a bunch of young men locked up. Hope you guys watching this are smarter than that. I hope you're smart enough to see that having weirdos in your circle and letting them indoctrinate you into committing acts that will get you caught up is not the game plan. You do not want to be sitting in prison trying to figure out how you're going to get out of there with a public pretender while the guy who convinced you to go there is saying, hey man, I got to think about my family. You're on your own. And none of you guys are going to have the same attorney because it's a conflict of interest. Yeah. You're probably not going to even talk to each other once you get locked up because it's every man for himself. So I'm just bringing you the real, because I know the game. Been around the game since juvenile hall. I've seen the hardest, the toughest. Been around killers. And right now, what they're doing is an all-out assault on you young brothers out there, you young males. They set you up for failure. Because once you get that 120 months or that decade or that 50-year sentence and you in your 40s and you talking about, man, I wish I shoulda, I coulda, it's too late, brother. You done bought into the prison commercial. You a walking representative of what it means to have job security. And see, they still got the chain gang. You guys talk about reparations and slavery. You get up in prison, you will be outside in the heat. Some of them places got people on horses. You out there digging. You working slave wages. You gonna feel what it's like to be a slave for real. You get up in there and get that slave food, slave wages, and you're gonna have a master. You will have a master. The warden, he's your master. He's gonna tell you what it is. And if he don't want to listen to your grievance, then it is what it is. So believe that. Them prison commercials are real and they're in full effect. They're on a channel near you. So watch out. Don't say I didn't warn you, because if you believe it, you're going to definitely be a part of the system, and it won't be running it. You will be within it. Big Herc 916. This is Prison Talk.
Hey, what does your shirt say?
Cancel culture.
Why is it crossed out?
Because over at Fresh Out, we ain't with that bullshit. Pick you up a shirt at freshoutseries.com. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com. I'm Big Herc, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor and sign them up for our program so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive.